Hey guys, Scarrow9 here, welcome back to my channel today, and finally, after 6.5 months, we have the return of 5 things you did not know about Destiny. I have a ton of these for Destiny 2, I have even more for Destiny 1, so if you're interested, I will have the playlist linked down below, but let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm very excited for this. As always, I'm going to start with the easier things that most of you probably have some semblance of an idea about, and then end off with the things that I really think most of you guys, like 95%, are going to have no idea about. So as always, I'm extremely excited about that. Let me know what you learned down in the comment section below, but let's just go ahead and get into it. So in the number 5 slots, we have a memorial to Cade that I think goes commonly overlooked. If you run around the tower, there's a lot of things that kind of are paying respects to Cade. You have the picture of Cade in the ramen shop, that's a classic. You have the golden ace of spades right in front of Zavala. Everyone knows about that one. But the thing that I really didn't know about until this last weekend is honestly the most impactful out of all of them is Cades Cloak hanging by Amanda Holiday in the hangar. This has some kind of big implications. We knew they were friends, but this shows that Amanda really did care about Cade, and she's taking his loss very heavily. It's a sign of respect in the Destiny universe to take a fallen hunter's cloak, to wear it and that sort of thing, just to respect them and their legacy, and Amanda is the person who got to keep his cloak, which kind of implies that she is the closest person to him in some sort of way. I guess you could say that him and Petra had a really good relationship as well, but Amanda Holiday has this cloak just hanging there in the tower. It's a cool little detail, but I think it is a very important detail that goes overlooked all too often. In the number 4 slot, we have the fact that the Mechaneer's trick sleeves are not new to Destiny 2. Now, that might take a lot of people by surprise, but if you go back to Destiny 1, you can actually see Shiro 4 in the Iron Temple social space wearing the Mechaneer's trick sleeves, which makes a lot of sense because Shiro's 4 exotic, which we also got to use within Rise of Iron, was a sidearm called the Trespasser. So the fact that his gauntlets are in fact exotics that make sidearms more effective, that just makes a lot of sense. It's a very, very cool detail, commonly overlooked, but I really like when exotics have some type of backstory. For instance, we knew that Eris Morn was wearing the Lucky Raspberry. Also, Shiro 4 here is wearing the Lucky Raspberry, but it just makes exotics feel more ingrained in the universe and less like something that just makes our character super overpowered because they're exclusive to us. I think that's really, really cool. Now in the number 3 slot, we have a hidden advertisement by Bungie. So if you go into a lot of different areas in the game, there's gonna be pieces of paper laying around. For this video, I use the core terminus lost sector on Mars, but you can find this all over the place. But in this lost sector, as you are walking around, you can see these papers on the ground, and if you inspect them closely, you can actually see that this is an advertisement for an open special effects designer position at Bungie, which is very, very cool. It's just hidden right there in the ground, and it's actually all over this lost sector. This just seems to be the kind of scrap paper design that they use because every single piece of paper that I go to has this design on it. But it's just a very, very cool detail. It shows how Bungie puts these little Easter eggs into the game, which I absolutely love. And yeah, that's going to be number 3. In the number 2 slot, we have a very cool one that I can't believe I didn't notice my first 3 times going through the campaign, and this has to do with Gaul. So whenever you're in the final mission of Destiny 2, you're going up to fight Gaul, and you walk on top of his ship, and you see Gaul sitting in a circle of flames. It's a very, very badass scene, but the flames actually foreshadow what's going to happen. So if you take any type of weapon with a scope, I think I used a sniper in the gameplay, it's been a while though, and you look at the flames, you can see on the left, the center, and the right, there are designs of miniature Gaul figures using the different supers that he's going to use. This is very cool as a foreshadow technique. It's really cool from a design standpoint. I'm sure that wasn't incredibly easy to do, and honestly, it just looks really badass. It's very, 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 very awesome when Bungie goes to this level and puts these small details into their game. And now the final one, which I don't expect anyone here to know, maybe a couple of you guys, but I would honestly be shocked, is the fact that a lot of gloves in the game have fingerprint designs on them. I just mentioned how Bungie puts these amazing little details into their game. Nothing gets past this. This is incredible that they went through this much trouble just to throw fingerprints on the gloves. So if you look at the gameplay on screen, you can see me walking around Titan, And in certain light, my gloves just look normal. But as soon as I look up and you get that weird contrast angle, you can see the fingerprint smudge right above the knuckle of my thumb. Then as I walk around the map, you can see it kind of more easily and things like that. But it's just a really cool detail. And a lot of people were doubting that this is what this was, so they contacted Roderick Weiss on Twitter just to make sure that this is what this was intended to be. He's a character artist, he does a ton of armor, and so if you look at this tweet, he says, yes, I added several fingerprints on the glove's roughness map. They are in locations where the Guardian would have to touch the glove to put them on. The guy that found it has a great eye for detail. And I do want to mention that as well, I was not the original founder of this one. This one was found by Alexio711. He is a user over on the Destiny subreddit. I will put a link to his original post down in the description below, of course. But it's very, very cool that Bungie goes through this much trouble to put a tiny, super insignificant detail like a fingerprint on the gloves of your Guardians. That is amazing, and it really shows why Bungie, they're just freaking awesome. I love the detail that they put into this game so much. So once again, let me know what you guys learned down in that comment section below. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you were interested in picking up my Mother Chicken t-shirt, check the top link in the description or the banner below the video. Make sure you send me a picture on Twitter or on my Discord so I can thank you personally in a video. If you guys are interested in watching either of the two videos on screen, you can click their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to hit the giant version of my logo on screen to be subscribed for more awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll see you in my next video.